Awesome fun. Awesome fun.
Ow, what the?
Keep the noise down up there, or you'll get another one where that came from. Well, I never hit all my days.
Awesome fun! What is up, dudes, dudettes, and dudes who defy description? And a very warm welcome back to Awesome Fun in Minecraft with me, Oz. It's always nice to be back with you. In our last episode, we finished an epic two-parter where we made lots of improvements to our Minecraft world, and I just couldn't stop. Off camera in between episodes, I worked on this behind there that was just kind of this rubbishy little tree that I'd made before, but look at it now. Isn't it a beauty? Now we need to make a couple of finishing touches. First off, I wanted to add in this brewing stand. You'll also notice that another thing I've done in between episodes is update to update to version 1.15.2, and in doing so I upgraded some of my little vanilla tweaks, so I've got the dark UI and I am absolutely loving it. Now what we have in here is our good friend Potion Pete, who lives in this strange void world inside the tree, and instead of just having a lovely little tree to hang out in, let's hope he doesn't escape, he now has this epic tree. And I went with a kind of mushroom theme. You can see it's really cool, and I added in at the top little hidden bits of soul sand with mushrooms on top. So if you come up a little higher, isn't that so cute? The way the mushrooms stick out the top is wonderful. So I just got really inspired to continue improving the world, and in fact that is what I want to keep doing in today's episode. So let's go take a look at what we're building this time. I like to call this area of the world the Cornucopia. It was one of the first areas that I built when I came to this land, and it has a lot of farms contained within it. There's a lot hidden underneath the surface. Now there is a lot I like about this, but there's a lot to improve and properly finish off. Now the idea here is that all the farms are being heated and powered by this beautiful volcano at the top. Now this volcano, for a start, is cool, and I love that this pig has been trapped here ever since I first made it. That's fun. We'll probably name you, friend, if you survive this process. This volcano could be a lot more awesome, couldn't it? It could just be even more awesome. So this is probably one of the things that we're going to need to deal with at the start. Now I wanted to just show you what all the Cornucopia contains. It contains this awesome nether wart farm. You just flick the lever and all the nether wart is gathered. Bit of a manual one though, this one. We also inside here have all the different farms. We've got pumpkins and melons going on in here. Yep. Each area isn't very well themed though. It's just like quite a mess of stuff. We've got our wheat farm in here. We've got an automatic carrot farm in here somewhere. We've got a little mushroom growing area. And then up at the back here we have our mushrooms. Now I think what I want to do for this build is, first of all, we've got I think we've got about 9 different farms all hidden around here. And I would like all of the items from them to come to one area and be sorted. That would be amazing, because this is another thing actually that's very annoying. See, whenever you're maneuvering around here, you're always breaking these crops and making the place look even worse as you move around. So we want to sort out an item storage area that's going to collect everything from all the farms, and then I want to assign a different bit, a different area, a sort of different floor and level to be different things. So one of them will have like a beehive area, on one of them will have crops, just individual crops, and one will have cattle. We'll have different themes of areas. Now I've got a lot of ideas of how we're going to make the Cornucopia really something special, and I don't know if I'm still going to keep calling it the Cornucopia. I'll have to have a think about it. But I think the first thing we need to do is start with a blank canvas. Oh yes, all of this is going to get destroyed. So step one is to take all of this stuff away and put in the item I don't know, moving item transportation system and some kind of storage room. That's a lot to do in the start, so you know what we're going to have to do? We're going to hit fast forward. I wanted to give you some insight into what my thought process is here, because obviously at the moment I'm just removing everything. We've got a lot represented here. We've got a whole mushroom area. We've got big fields of wheat and carrots going on. We've got flowers as well as other farms hidden inside the cliffs. So I've taken all this stuff away, and then I'm going to start planning what's going to go in its place. Now I'm kind of using different colors of terracotta to theme different areas. It won't be what remains there all the time, because you might think that's a bit strange, but each color is going to represent a different theme of that area. So we've got the greens that are for our different crops, our melons, our carrots, all these kind of different crops and things will go there. We've got orange for pumpkins, and carrots there. The greener crops will go in the bottom. The yellow for honeybees. All these different areas, and this is helping me plan out and make sure that each one's got enough space and is going to have a good area in which to start constructing. So you can see here we're using such a range of colours, going from the lighter ones at the bottom to the darker ones as we reach the top, and a little bit of white here on the edge for a snow area. And one there and here, and I think we are done with the planning. Whoa! That was a lot of blocks placed, but what a plan we have, because you might see different colours of concrete. I see fields of green and pumpkin patches, honey keepers hard at work, cattle on the side, and I think to myself, what an exciting build. Oh yeah, sorry for that impromptu song. Let me give you a little tour of what we've done so far, because I am super excited about how this build is coming together. So I told you a little bit about what some of the colours would represent, but I've also added in this red for the pathway, and I'll tell you about this fella in a second. So we start here at the top of the mountain where we've got this area. I think we're going to have a nice snow area here with some snowmen and things like this, a kind of snow area, and this is why I've used the different colors. So we're going to use all different white things here, so like whiter flowers, snowmen, a white palette, quartz, things like that. It helps me know what palette we're going to use, although we'll replace the actual ground that is marking out the area when we do it as well. Now I also changed this netherwort farm. It did go the opposite direction. It goes this way now. It's a little bit bigger, so that gives us more per harvest when we flick this, and then we just replant it. This is the item transportation system where it begins, and this is really cool. I've used very bright glass, you can see, so that as we construct things, we always know if we're about to dig into the side of a transportation system. It just uses blue ice water to get all the items moving from our different farms to our storage area. Now as we step down here, I should have followed the path really, follow the path down. This is going to be an area for cattle, probably llamas, and this is going to be something special that I'll tell you in a second. The brown area here is going to be other cattle, so cows, sheep, pigs, along this area here. We have to do something to cover up. This is our farm for wheat. Along and up here is our pumpkin and melon farm. So as they harvest, they're all just flowing in. You get a really good look at the transportation system here. All this has to be hidden away as we construct. Then if we come down another level, we've got this area that's going to be a mushroom themed area, but I tried to make this. I thought this might be a cool little mushroom farm. Just again, open here, mushrooms flow down into the system, but it doesn't actually work. I think there's something about mushrooms, how they grow. I thought they would just grow on either side, but that is not the case, apparently. But yeah, we'll have to do something with this anyway, make a cool mushroom growing area. This is going to be a beekeeping area. Then down here, we're going to have pumpkins and carrots and other orange things being grown. Then if we come down here, this is very temporary, but this is the storage room. It looks a lot fancier than it actually is because the farms don't actually produce that much stuff. But if we have a look in here, you can see we're collecting bamboo, we're collecting carrots, we're collecting seeds, sugarcane, wheat, all the great stuff from our farms is being shot into here. Then if we pop back out, we have our final area down at the bottom that's going to be for regular crops, potatoes, beetroot, wheat. Then over here we'll have cactus, bamboo, and sugarcane. We also have to do something about this. This is the entrance and exit to the tunnel into Jurassic Park. So we need to do something about that. And over here, this is something that's going to be a little bit special. This is going to be some kind of, I haven't thought of the name yet. It's going to be the Llama Express. And we're going to have llamas here that are going to, you're going to be able to ride with them on a rail line up the side here. It's going to curve around this farm on the edge here. You'll get to see my house, take us past the cattle and lead us back up to this bit here that I said was going to be something special. This is where the llamas will live, and you can ride them back down the mountain or just explore it through the pass as well. So that's a lot of the planning and the sort of technicalities of the build here. But I want to think now about the story. I want to tell you the story that I would like this build to tell. Now, I mentioned earlier that at the top there we've got this volcano, and this is like an ice-cano, a combination of fire and ice, light and dark, working together to create a bountiful hill that allows all these crops to grow so well. This is the idea there, but that's only one part of the story. What I would like to add in is we obviously had the volcano. It's been here for millions of years, and then what happened is a group of aliens arrived in a spaceship, but they didn't arrive to plan. They crashed here, and this is what this pillar is representing here. We're going to have a crashed bit of a spaceship, probably like a bit of the hull, a bit, if you imagine like a rocket, like what you think a cartoon rocket looks like, that kind of shape, nose down into the ground here, broken at the back, and then over here in this bit of the hill that we've left blank, we're going to have bits of the fins and sort of tail fins sticking out of the mountain as if this has crashed. But although the mountain volcano area has been there for millions of years, this has maybe been here for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. And when it crashed, the crew came out and they populated the area, and because of how magical, amazing the volcano was for growing crops, they were able to flourish and create a society. And so now the rocket has been there for a long time, so it's weathered, and it's going to be used as the central building for the colonists that arrived. They have now turned it into their home over the years, integrated this old ship into their society, and this is going to be so exciting. It's a bit exciting. I'm also kind of really scared and nervous because the story is just growing arms and legs in my mind. And now what turned into basically an idea to tidy up all this farms and things on the side has now turned into something that's going to be really, really fun, but also very challenging to pull off. Now, I think because the volcano in history is the first thing that has been introduced into this area, it's the thing that's been here for millions of years, we should work on it first. And I think what we mainly have to do is, how it's designed at the moment isn't too bad, but we want to make it a lot bigger, a lot wider. And to do this, I've selected this kind of palette here: magma blocks, red sand, fire coral will look good when it's dead, fire coral, coal blocks, grey concrete powder. So we've got darkness for the edges. I looked at some pictures of volcanoes in Iceland to get ideas for this, orange wool and things for the center. We'll put the lava in last, and andesite as well to roughen up around outside. So let's get into expanding the ice-cano. You must be excited, friend. You're gonna have an even more exciting new home. Are you excited? Oh yes, you are. All right, I'm just putting in some smoky finishing touches to our ice-cano here, but I've discovered something so cool. I've learned something new in Minecraft that is awesome. Now, I was out here with my campfires and my carpets of different colors to... Where are you placing it? Here we go. To place on top. They're just all going behind. That's what they're going. Come here. Yeah, so to get ready to do this, to hide my campfires as I place them around, but I learned some... He's gone. He's gone. I love that campfire. All we need to do is make sure there's 2 blocks broken underneath there. I think there's 2 broken now. Place the campfire, and the smoke comes through the lava. It's amazing. The lava is like, must be held up by the campfire, but the smoke still comes through. Isn't that amazing? Oh, that is so cool. And I am loving this ice-cano too, although now that I've placed lava and the magma blocks that both look amazing, this place has just become a giant death trap, right? Now we need to try and do this, but also placing hay bales underneath to get the smoke really smoking. So eventually I just got really sick of burning to death in the lava, got myself a potion of fire resistance, and yep, this made that finishing job just that much easier. And look, even when you walk on the magma, it's all good. Yes, the tasty deliciousness of fire resistance, although I can't say I'm completely in love with being on fire. If we now take a look at our ice-cano, this thing is looking pretty awesome. So let's have a look at the back first, the rear end. This is a really weird terrain generation. If we look at it, the natural generation of this, it's such a sharp right angle that we've got here. But at the back you don't really see very much, but I just had fun putting out this loads of lava down the side. My frames don't really appreciate it though. And look, we had to save this silly Moo that got in the way. Oh, you have a name. Oh, your name is actually Moo. Okay, Moo. Yeah, Moo had to get quickly saved. Almost got burned up in the lava. Almost became hamburgers. But I saved her and we'll get her out of there. We also have to put Sacred Pig back into his position. He is currently down here, rocking it over here. Ow. Rocking it here. But this thing is so cool. If we land down here. Oh, look at that. Oh, when it's got the rocket as well. So what I haven't done is I haven't quite finished off the blending of it in along the sides here, because I want to build from the top down. And this way, you know, if we need to excuse me, I'm busy right now. If we need to extend this like a little bit out, then that's fine. And then we can work our way down. And that way at the bottom, we've got a lot more leeway. So if we need to expand out a little bit that way, it's good. And then we can properly blend in, because the kind of story that I'm going for with our ice-cano is this side here is the frozen side of the ice-cano, and we're going to have a little scene, a little vignette going on here that's kind of snow themed. So we're going to blend that in and do more work with that as we get later on. But when we get to the top, I really love this crazy haphazard design. Just really makes it, oh, and then you see the volcano. It's just, you wish, the tricky thing with lava is you kind of want it to be bubbling up the way, but it only flows down the way. But I think it still works by using this weird edging of it here and layering of it to give you the sense that the volcano is deeper. And yeah, this is cool with the smoke and everything. I'm loving it. But this side over here, as I say, that's frozen. This is out. Oh, it's okay. Fire resistance. This has happened so much. This is the warmer side, as you can tell, where all the lava is. And I like the idea as well, when we build out this area here, we're probably going to build some kind of roof support thing, and we're going to build some kind of thing that's holding back the lava, as if the guys thought this side of the mountain here, it doesn't have as much lava, good place, soon as we crashed our rocket to start building and settling. But maybe they had to contend with the lava and they redirected the flow away down the side. So that could be fun as well. But our volcano, ice-cano even, is taking a shape, and now it's time to crash a rocket into the side of this baby. Whew. I really hope the fire resistance isn't about to run out. Oh my dudes and dudettes, this is coming together awesome. Let's go take a look close up at this crashed alien ship. So we'll start here with the this fuselage, the back of the ship. Here, so what we have to remember to do is, as we're building up the rest of this area, all of the materials that I've used in here are essentially banned from being used again, so that this stands out. Is this really cool? This looks like the body of the ship. Maybe it has been stripped for parts, and I've started to continue it a little bit into the ground. But a lot of this will be developed as we begin to develop the rest of the area. I want to put this in now because it was here before the village, and so the village can grow up around it. So we'll do a lot of burying and unearthing different parts of these spaceships. Then this is the kind of top part of the ship here, and what I reckon is that we can probably like take out some of this and use this as a home, as if some of the people from the village now live in here. I like the way as well that levers, like when you just flick them up like this, they just help add to the curvature of this thing. Because one of the big challenges I was trying for myself was to make the thing look like it was leaning, like it was crashed and slightly tilted. And it's really, really challenging to do in Minecraft. It's a really fun thing to try and do. So yeah, we've got the top of the ship here, and then sticking up into the side of the mountain, we've got one of the wings. And as I say, we have to do a lot of blending in and terraforming in this area, particularly where we've got like this wing here with the stone background that you see over there. So it kind of blends into one another. And the same when you have a look from a distance. Hold on, need to sleep. Yeah, if we take a look from on top of the library roof here, you can see the way this blends in a little bit back here. But when we put some trees and things here, oh boy, this alien ship is going to pop. And I love looking at it from here. We've also got one in the top here, another wing that has stuck into the side. But we've got, again, the same issue with a bit of blending in. So we need to do some work there to help these things stand out. And also that would be fun to quickly take you over now to my creative world, just to show you a little bit of the sort of behind the scenes of how I came up with this idea. Because this ship, it's not based on anything at all. It's completely out of my mind, rather than copying something from TV or sci-fi. So I started here with this very basic like rocket with its head stuck in the ground. Then I played around with what the top might look like. This kind of looks like the Empire State Building doing a handstand. And then I came to this, which I really like, and for some reason makes me think of, I think it's the lunar lander module or something from the original moon landings. It reminds me a lot of that, and I like that. So I took that and started developing it from the top down, and I came up with this thing which looks like something from Portal, you know, the little robots in Portals. It looks like lots of robots, which was really fun. And then I got a bit carried away, with doing that, and decided to scale it back a bit and play around with angles. So here I did a little couple of sketches of different angles, because I wanted to make the ship, instead of being like straight into the ground at a slight angle. But that was easier said than done. And I think, see, when you look at it on this design, you kind of get it. This thing is tilting. But this is the same model that I then used to build the actual ship. And as you build other stuff around it, it sort of loses that. But it does look wrecked. It looks crashed. This is a difficult thing to do in Minecraft, to make something look broken, because you don't get jagged edges. That's essentially the reason. So it's difficult to make something look like it's broken. And I think as we continue to develop the area, we'll need to think about bits that we might want to carve into, holes we might want to cut in this. Oh, I loved it. I wish it did this in the actual game. As soon as it gets dark, the weather's bad, it just switches over. So yeah, this thing here, I think we maybe want to tear some holes in it, make it look a bit old, and maybe bring some of these colors here. So like this stuff here, maybe this cyan here, a little bit of those colors in here, so it looks like part of the same ship. Because as you can see, it's not part of an original design. I don't know what the original ship looked like, but I guess this is the top of it. This was part of the main body of the ship. And then of course over here we have our wings, which I played around trying to get different angles and stuff with. And I really like these, actually, with the walls. There's a really nice shape to them. Really nice with the angles on it. So definitely learned a lot about angles, but this was really fun to build the crashed spaceship. I just thought it would be fun to show you a little bit about how a design comes to life. And now for the scariest bit of the whole episode. Sacred pig must be returned to their position in the lava. This is so scary. Okay, pig. Yeah, I have to be able to push the pig onto this one block. Are you level with it? Now you are, yes. Okay. Come on, you can do this. Come on, you liked being in the volcano before. Here goes nothing. Ha! It worked! Oh, this is awesome. Oh, it's Sacred Pig. That's an even better place for Sacred Pig to be than when Sacred Pig was like stuck here at the edge. Now, right in the middle she is. Oh, awesome. This is great. What a fun episode this has been today. We started by making an item sorting system that took 9 different farms worth of stuff into one location. We then built this volcano that is hundreds of millions of years in the making. We still got a lot to do though, because after this volcano arrived millions of years ago, this alien spaceship crashed. And we still have to get its crew to have escaped and turned the entire hillside into a flourishing alien village. Oh, it's going to be so exciting next time. There's so much more to do, and I'm excited to do it all with you. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to seeing you next time for more awesome fun in Minecraft. And if you have any comments, things you'd like to share, just feel free to give me a shout in the comment section below. But I hope, other than that, you enjoyed spending this time with me as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. And it's goodbye from me, and goodbye from a sacred pig. Oink oink.